verses shows Jesus is most human, a man wrestling in great anguish of what was to come. It's a reminder that we are all brought to our knees in pain, in grief and in suffering, needing a space to just shut out all that hurts us, even just for a little while, just breathe. We all need this space from time to time in our own lives. There is no shame in that. And as Christians, time spent with no distractions, no media, to retreat and pray or meditate is so important to who we are. A retreat weekend may be a restful experience, but 10 minutes of pure, sought out and guarded peace can all help us to emotionally and spiritually realign. Our faith tells us we are never alone, and neither was Jesus. Those whom he loved and cared for were with him at this time when he was suffering the most unimaginable mental pain, but they too were suffering. We often forget that. When we are suffering pain and confusion reigns over us like a darkness, we not only become emotionally and spiritually exhausted, we find ourselves physically exhausted too. The disciples were no different. They were bewildered and scared of what was to come. For me though, the hardest thing in these verses is the betrayal. In our own lives, we will suffer betrayal in some form, sometimes from those we thought loved or cared for us most. We never see it coming, and often it's too late not to be kissed and then left painfully wounded. Does the more we love with an open heart mean the more vulnerable we are to the swords of betrayal? These swords can cut so deep, they can last for a lifetime. They can be so debilitating, they can make it seem like parts of our own bodies and souls have been removed and locked away in a dark, dark place. The challenge for us is that we can retaliate, but by doing so risk losing more of ourselves to darkness. Or do we choose another path? For though not pain-free, will lead us out into the light. Jesus stayed in the darkness of betrayal only so that we might ultimately step forth into the new light to come. Amen.